Hello everybody. As you can see, we have two different eyeshadow looks on today, and that is because I'm playing with some new Chanel and I have some new Louboutin as well as Gucci. So let's get into this luxury makeup try-on and review. Let's start with some Louboutin. Now this is a multi-purpose balm, concealer, and foundation in one. Now it states it has a luminous finish, a buttery texture, and melts from a solid to a liquid. But let's first take a look at the packaging. Embossed gold detail, that nice little spike, the red design, and it is on the thin side. So open it up, here's the sponge. And then here we have the top. I haven't tried this on, we're trying it on together, so let me take the seal off here. Here's the consistency. Now it states that it's a 12-hour flexible second skin light coverage. It's meant to conceal. It states unify or basically use as a foundation, or you can contour with it. Now I'm going to start off just by feeling the texture. Nice coverage, at least on my finger, and it does have a creamy consistency, so it feels pretty good, setting into the skin quite nicely. Now, for those of you who would like to know a quick makeup artist tip when it comes to texture and consistency, when I go to try things on in store, and I'm not sure how they're gonna look on my face, especially on the areas that I have more texture. So most of us have texture around the eyes, especially as we age. My regal ladies and gents out there do is take the product. It could be foundation, concealer, whatever, and you're not sure how it's gonna look. First, go straight to your hand and put it in this little area between your first finger and your thumb and blend it in. Now, if it doesn't settle into this area, you have a pretty good chance of it not settling too much on the face. And I state this because this area has so much movement and creases and deeper set lines because it's obviously always being folded. So if it looks good here, it's gonna usually look really good on the face. All right, so I blended this in. Let's take a look. So do you see that? Pretty good. And I do this, kind of see if there's any kind of settling that happens, and this is looking really nice. So let's go ahead and take the finger first, because it's got some heat and oil. I'm just gonna tap it underneath the eyes. That looks lovely. Now, it's not giving me a ton of coverage, but it's definitely neutralizing, I would say, to about a medium, but I have a feeling I can build this up. But before I do, I'm gonna go ahead and take the sponge and do this on the other side, just a little bit on the edge, bend it, and pat it in. I like the way it looks with the sponge much better. Although I am getting a little more coverage here, I find that it softens further with the sponge rather than the finger. Now the next section I'm going to head into says if you want to unify, you're going to put it all over the face with a sponge or a brush, apply from the center of the face outwards using circular movements to achieve an even natural finish. Ooh, circular movements. Kind of not my favorite as a makeup artist because I find circular movements push product into areas of the face that have divots, so pores, acne, any kind of scarring that you may have, as well as texture with fine lines and deeper set lines. And on this side, I'm going to go ahead and press and roll like I normally do. And on this side, I'll take a brush and I'll do the buffing motion because I feel like with a brush, it looks much better to do circular motions than with a sponge. It can look heavy and thick. This looks really nice. Now I'm going to bring it in and let it settle for a bit. I'm going to go ahead and take the brush now and do this side. I'm going to go in with my KJH Spectrum brush, and this is in the number 02. As you can see, just the tip here. Don't collapse your brush. You'll pick up too much product. Just a very little bit. This will keep your makeup from looking cakey and thick and heavy. Going back in with a second layer. Love it with the brush, with a light application, just using a domed, soft, fluffy brush. Going in for a little more coverage, it's the Marc Jacobs The Face 2 brush. I'll just lightly pat a little bit on, and this will give me a medium to full coverage type of finish. So far, so good. Feels good, but I haven't worn it all day. I will get back to you guys, let you know how it wears throughout the day, if I'm reaching for it and all that good stuff. But let's go ahead and bring it in, and then we'll head to the next new product. This next product is the Gucci Concealer. I'm going to take my Chanel makeup remover, take off what's underneath the eyes. This is a full coverage concealer. It has 40 shades. Now this is meant to be a breathable, natural finish concealer, and it has 3 main ingredients. So this has black rose, hyaluronic acid, camellia flower, and film formers. Now I had to look online to know what a film former was. It says it provides a skin blurring effect, natural looking glow, and coverage that stays in place. Let's put it to the test. I'm interested to see if it will beat this beauty. This Haus Labs, you guys, is my go-to. It is better than Dior. It's better than Chanel. In fact, I do not like Chanel concealers because they're just too dry. This, I can go in with my dry skin and put it directly on, and it has enough hydrators in there and coverage and creates a natural finish that it's just so good. So it's up against some stiff competition. The color's a little too light for me, but I do like that it has that yellow. So it will neutralize the purple and it will brighten a bit. I'm still a bit red right here, so let's go ahead and put some here too. A little on the chin, a little on the brow bone. It's bright in the center here too. Just gonna tap, tap, tap here. The consistency is beautiful. It is the lightest texture I've ever felt for having such nice coverage. I was not prepared to like this concealer just because I am not a fan of the primers and the foundation. Love their lipsticks, love the powder, but I find the formula to be a bit too drying for me. And although the eyeshadows are beautiful, and the nail polishes, by the way, are great, but although I find the eyeshadows to be beautiful, they're just too expensive to me for what you get. I would love to have a foundation that sits this soft and light and covers this well. They're so nice. Oh my goodness. Now I have to think of like which one I'd reach for. I'm just going to quickly state this one, a little more hydrating, this one lighter. Both beautiful, neck and neck. So up to you. I'd go in store, try them on. If you're dry, I'd head towards Haus Labs and there's a little more coverage. If you're somebody who likes a nice natural finish, undetectable concealing, I think you'll like the Gucci. Really nice. My little wrinkles out here. Let's see how it's doing. No settling. Mind you, I know I just put it on. So I'll keep you guys posted if I start to see it settle throughout the day. Next is the new Chanel by Zant's collection. There are 4 shades, and I knew that these were going to be a hit and miss when it came to content creators, makeup artists, and just makeup lovers in general because of the texture. So I went to go buy 2 because I did a poll online on my Instagram. If you haven't been to my Instagram or TikTok, I recommend it for those of you who want to see quick makeup looks, what's up and coming, and give your opinion on what products you guys would like me to buy. And I will link that in the description box down below. But basically, I went to go buy 2. The crystal was sold out, but I did get the Baroque color. Now, why I knew that this was going to be a hit and miss texture is that they have a foiled light consistency. But I will state, anytime you have something that has a foiled shimmery-like texture, it's going to grab on to the texture on your lids. So you need to go in with a light hand. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean. But I will state, no matter how you apply these, they're not going to be like a matte texture that rolls on top of deeper set lines. It's going to be an accent for those of you who have any texture on your lids. For those of you who have younger lids or taut lids or no age lid concerns, this is going to be stunning on you because it's going to grab the light and really emphasize the shape. But I'm going to show you guys how to wear these, not when it just comes to the color arrangement, because this one, by the way, the Baroque, you guys have reached out to me saying, I do not know how to use this palette. It reminds me of Christmas. It's just too much color in one palette. So how I would look at this palette, if you already bought it or if you're thinking about buying it, is take out the more bold colors. I would use those 3 together or those 3 together, or break it up into these 2 and these 2. I want you guys to think of this palette as like jewelry. You're not going to mix jewelry with these many different shade ranges. You'd probably put a cool color together and a warmer color together if you were wearing an outfit. Think of that, and that might help you guys to approach this palette differently. Now, this is a beautiful palette. I'm going to show you guys how to wear it, but I understand that this is not going to be for everybody. They are fun, they are pretty, but they have just that shimmer quality that kind of makes people a bit trepidatious when it comes to applying it to any texture on their lids. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 different looks to show you guys how to wear this in the warmer color and then in the cooler color. You see how these can create the most beautiful jeweled looks. But I will state once again, if you have texture, you're going to press it into the skin and you're going to blend and you're going to go in with a light application. You can wear these if you have more regal lids. You just don't want to go in really heavy. And if you want to go in with some definition, wet your brush, add a little of the powder, and then go on the lash line. There's nothing more beautiful on a regal lid than a jeweled toned eyeliner just on that lash line. It's a great way to add a flick of light and a little bit of color to the complexion. Now there is 2 other palettes that are much lighter, so I would start there for those of you who like a natural look, but for those of you looking for something fun and festive, this one and the one that has the red and cranberry color in it with the gold is a really good option. Now, as you guys saw, I used Black Jade and Psyche. These are the best eyeliners for those of you who want a budge-proof liner. I've found nothing better than Chanel eyeliners, specifically the waterproof, exceptional. They do not come off in the shower. Now, the eyeliner really does help to bring this look together because you are creating a deeper shade around the other 2 shades. So I highly recommend getting an eyeliner that works within the color story. It doesn't have to be Chanel, but Chanel has some great options, obviously. I'm glad I just got the one. I don't feel inclined to buy others just because I have so many of those colors already. I'm going to finish off the look with Sweetness. Now, I have already showed this lipstick in the last Chanel video that I did for fall. It came with the fall collection, but let's go ahead and add this just so that you can see a full look. I love these Rouge Coco blooms. They are hydration, color saturation in one. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Rouge Coco bloom in Sweetness and add it to the center of the cheek, working in circles, blending up, and then bringing it to the center of the face. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to support myself as well as any other content creators that you guys are absolutely loving, the best way to support us is to go ahead and subscribe. Use our affiliate links that are down below. Don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment. And I do want to state, every time you guys use my affiliate links, whether it be for what I'm wearing today or you use any other affiliate link that I have listed below, I have several stores, I do get a small commission and it helps me to do this channel. Now, if you guys don't want to buy a thing, you can head to the heart up top and donate any amount to support the content and education. Lastly, if you haven't had enough, you can head to TikTok or Instagram where you can see the newest and the latest and I show you guys tips and techniques. And you can head to Voyage.com to book me for a one-on-one Zoom lesson as well. Everything will be in the description box below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all are well. Continue to take care of you and each other. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now, everybody.